Chinedu was 30 years old, a young Nigerian man with a good job in Lagos. He worked in a bank, earned decent money, and lived a life many of his friends admired. He had the car, the apartment, and the clean crib suits, but for all the comfort, his evenings were lonely. One Saturday afternoon, tired from a long week, Chinedu decided to eat at a small restaurant close to his office. It wasn't one of the fancy places he usually went to, just a quiet spot known for good food. As he sat by the window, his eyes caught sight of a young woman moving between tables. She wore the simple uniform of the restaurant, but there was something about her. She wasn't just serving food, she served with dignity, with a quiet smile that warmed the room. "Good afternoon, sir," she said politely, placing the menu on his table. Her name tag read Amaka. From the first meeting, something stirred in Chinedu. He found himself visiting the restaurant more often, sometimes for food, but mostly because of Amaka. She was kind, respectful, and full of quiet ambition. When they finally spoke beyond greetings, he discovered she was working there to save money for school. Weeks turned to months, and soon Chinedu was in love. His friends laughed when he told them, "A banker like you? Falling for a waitress?" One of them sneered, "You deserve someone from your level," another advised. Even his family raised eyebrows. "She is just a waiter. What will people say?" His mother worried, but Chinedu's heart was set. He saw beyond her uniform. He saw her dreams, her character, her strength. Against warnings, he chose her. He married Amaka in a simple ceremony. Some of his old friends didn't attend, but on that day, Chinedu was the happiest man alive. Life was not easy at first, but Chinedu kept his promise. He supported Amaka's education. She went back to school, studied hard, and eventually earned a degree. Slowly, their home blossomed, not just with love, but with growth. Years passed, and they were blessed with two children, a boy and a girl. Their laughter filled the once quiet evening of Chinedu's life. When people who once mocked him saw how happy he was, they marveled. Amaka was no longer just the waiter. She was a graduate, a loving wife, and a devoted mother. Together, they built a family filled with joy, respect, and lasting love. Chinedu often looked back at the day he walked into the small restaurant. He smiled, knowing it was not just food he found there, but the love of his life. And so, despite all odds, they lived happily ever after.